Okay, so this is recording. What we're going to do is go over on command. If you're not sure what these buttons stand for, you can click on the KW. It'll pop open and tell you. You're going to go to the Consumer tab. And on this page, mine's already set up, so yours is going to look a little different. What you're going to do is if your website isn't set up, you would click on Site and App Settings at the top right. And you would go to Agent Site Pages all the way to the right. And this is a great place to check if you have pages already. This will tell you. You also want to make sure that this button is green. If there's no button there, just click on the tab button and it'll turn it on. You're going to click Learn More with Kelly Guide, and you're going to choose Agent Site and continue. You'll click Get Started, acknowledge and continue, and then this is where we're going to set up your page. So the first thing you're going to want to do is claim your domain. So you might want to do like Sell with Reese or just your full name, whatever makes sense to you. I'm going to do Reese Serino and click Claim. Once it says congrats, you know you've claimed your domain. If you have a common name, someone might already have it, so you just might have to change it up a bit. Then you'll click on Marketing Profile and make sure all your basic information is here. So your name, your brokerage, if you're in Ridgewood, this is the Ridgewood information, the office address, your team or business name, you can leave blank. I just put this because I'm a staff member. You know, like I'm also part of transaction work, so I might want to do my team is all in KW, transaction coordination. Your professional job title could be sales associate, realtor associate, you know, whatever you want it to be. Just make sure if you're doing realtor associate, you would have to put that R. You can copy and paste that image from Google. Your email, your office phone number. You don't want to put any spaces or dashes or dots. As you can see on the left-hand side, it automatically puts that already. And your mobile phone number, your biography. If you don't have one already, there should be a generic one there. Or you can put, you know, I can help you with all of your real estate needs. Your agent license number, that would be on your pocket card. If you don't know that, anything that's not starred, you can always update later in your marketing profile. You don't need to do that right now. For compliance and legal footer, you do want to put each office is independently owned and operated. That you do need for every office. And I did put it in the chat, so you could just copy and paste that. Your brokerage license number, if you're not sure what this is, definitely reach out to your tech person in your office or call the office and they'll be able to tell you. For Ridgewood, it's 1109-806. And your Marcus Center phone number again, you just need to put that for compliance purposes. The rest of the compliance legal footer we don't use. That's why we have this each office is independently owned and operated. So you can just skip that. You will need to add your headshot. So you might have that on your computer. The way that you would do that is click upload, click on drag and drop. That'll open up to your computer and you would choose your photo. And then it will have you crop the image. So you'll see this little square. You'll drag that square open and reposition it where you want and click set image. And then your headshot will be there on the left as well. You'll need your brokerage logo information. Each brokerage office usually has it on their website. So you can get that from your office website. Again, if you're not sure, just reach out to your tech person at your office and they can provide you with that. If you want to email me, I can try and get that for you as well. I just put my email on the chat. Your team logo, unless you're on a team, you don't want to put anything there. And then your social media. So again, anything that doesn't have a star, you don't have to put right now. But if you have them, all you do is copy and paste your link. So let's say I want to put my business page link in there. What I would do is I would go to Facebook. And on the left-hand side, I would go to Pages, and I'm going to choose my transaction work one. And all you're going to do is copy and paste the link at the top. So the URL, you'll click on it and right-click and copy, and you'll go back to Command and paste that in there. Same thing for LinkedIn, same thing for Instagram. Instagram would just be Instagram.com/ and your username. Your KW app link should be there already, and then you can click Save and Continue. Any questions on this page?
Hi, Reese. I have a question.
Hi.
So the name subdomain is throwing me off a little. I just got my email literally 5 minutes ago saying that my KWCommand was complete and supplying me with all the information, but I thought I already had a website name.
So this would just be if you wanted to change it. If you're in here, you would just click on Claim Domain just to verify. It might be grayed out because like I said, once you're originally set up, they do set up your website already. But just in case any of the information, maybe you want to change that, this is where you can go and change that ever need be.
Okay, like I was toying with the idea of putting home after my names.
Yeah.
After my, because
then you would just come in here.
And do it there. Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And so we'll click Save and Continue. And it'll bring me to the next page, the home page text. So that's where it says find your dream home. You can leave that. Maybe you want to put start your search here. Whatever your heart desires to put. Then if you scroll down these homepage hero images, that is the background image. That they have stock photos already and it goes on a carousel, so you can leave those, and if you ever need help uploading, you can upload your own photos as well. So you can click upload and you would just choose the photos from your computer, but you would have to delete one of the stock photos first to upload a new one. If you click Save and Continue again, now it'll ask you to create a page. If you don't want to do a company page, you don't have to. It's really more, to put office information. What you would do is you would just fill it in with page title. I might want to put Keller Williams Village Square Realty. Content, maybe I want to put some things in here. Something you might want to put would be stats or something like that. Again, if you don't want to do this page, that's totally okay. I'll show you how you can archive that from your website. And you can click skip. Then the About Me page, you definitely want to put something here. Again, this is where you would put your bio, your contact information. Click Continue. The Contact Me page, you want to make sure that, if you're by yourself, I would probably do Contact Me. The SEO description, I would just put main words, like homes, real estate questions, just things about real estate that you can put. So if people are Googling, it helps your website get to the top. Content for this page, you can just put an intro paragraph if you want to say, like, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm here to assist. And then click Save and Continue. And now your website is ready. So what you're going to do is where it says go to Site Settings, you'll click Manage Site. And now all your pages will be here. Like I said, maybe you don't want the company page, you can go to the right and click these three dots and choose delete. And then you don't have to have that page on your site. Obviously, you might want sites that aren't, you know, maybe in here already. One of the sites that people will use is if you go to your Scott Leroy marketing password sheet, you do have a Homekeeper blog. So I'm just going to go to test. And if you scroll down, you'll see this Homekeeper username and password. It actually gives you free marketing material, and you can put that blog on your website. So the way that you would do that would be you click on pros.homekeeper.com, and you would click sign in the top right. Yes, you can add past sold properties. That would be something where you'd have to create a custom page. It wouldn't be able to, you know, pull through from anywhere since it's sold already. But I can show you how you would be able to create that page as well. You would log in. So I'm going to do this test one. Hopefully it works. If not, then I'll use one of agent's ones. Okay, that one's not working, so I'm going to use an agent just for the test. And I've used agents before. So when you get here, what you're going to do is scroll down and you're going to go to widgets. And you'll click embed widget. And you're not going to do my trusted pro, you're going to do my blog widget and click on that. And you're going to choose my blog widget iframe. And you're going to just click copy code. Now we'll go back to our command site. We're going to click create new page. And you're going to choose on my agent site. Click create page. We're going to rename this. So I'm going to say rename this blog. And what I'm going to do is you do have to add one of the interactive widgets that are a part of command. So I probably do the contact form. And then what you're going to do is on the right hand side, you're going to click content blocks, which is below widgets. And you're going to click on text and drag it so that the green line pops up above the contact us page. Now in here, you're going to delete that text and you're going to paste that iframe. And what you're going to have to do is kind of click on it a few times. Sometimes it takes a little long to load. And you would click save changes and click yes to continue and publish your site. Now, sometimes it might be a little hard to get that on there. So I always like to double check that it worked. You may have to do it a few times just to make sure. So as you can see, this is still here. So you kind of just have to click on it a few times. Again, these websites aren't built to have like complete custom pages. So it's kind of a workaround. Again, once it saves, there we go. So if you didn't see what I did, I'll redo it for you. So you'll drag the text. You want it to pop where the green line is. You will paste that in there and you'll click on, you'll highlight it and click the hyperlink button and it will pop open there. And again, if you ever have any trouble with getting anything in here, I can definitely help you with it. So as you can see, there's a bunch of blogs on here. These get updated every few days. So you would be able to publish this site, say yes. And now that page will be posted. And where it brought me now is back to that agent site page. This is where you can choose the order of your site pages. And if you want to change the name of the page, you can do that as well. Something that you can do for current listings is click on featured listings, and you can actually select listings. And where it says show, you'll want to choose all listings instead of only mine. And, you know, let's say that this was my listing. I can select this and click done. And now if I were to go to my site, this would be on the bottom. So what I would do is go to my site. Let me click save changes. I'm going to name this current listings and click save. And that's the good thing, you know, they'll always tell you what you're missing. So I named that as the headline. So now when I go to my website, we're just refreshing. Sometimes it takes a second to load, so I'll show you what that looks like once it's done loading. For past sold. So a way to work around to get that on there so that it's formatted the way that you like it, I would go to designs first. And what I would do would be create a design. And I would click create design, do print and continue. And for this, there is a really good layout in the listing presentation. So I would just take the template from that. So if I go to listing and I do listing presentation, I'm going to choose this one. And I'm going to scroll to the featured home site page. So they have a portfolio of excellence. So if you have a lot, then I would do the 6th one. If you maybe only want to feature 3, you can do that as well. If you want to do like, you know, sold for the month. So what you would do is you would come on here, you know, you would recreate this. If you don't want all this information, you know, you can totally delete it. You can put list versus sold price if you want. And then once you're done editing it, you're going to click download. And instead of PDF, we're going to change that to JPEG. And we are going to choose page 2 and click download. And once the download's complete, I'm going to go back to command. And we would just click done. And we'll go back to the consumer page. And we'll click create new page again on my agent site and click create. And again, you do have to add a widget. Maybe you want to do download my app. And then we'll click content blocks and do text. And we'll click here. Oh, wait, sorry. This one we're doing image. So we're going to drag the image over. And we're going to drag and drop that image, which is in our computer. And we'll click on that image and it'll import it. So obviously you can see that it's to the left. What you're gonna wanna do is click on that image, and on the right-hand side, you see that there's these other tabs. So under the 3 lines, this is where you would be able to see the order of everything. You can change that order around if you would like. This is more for wrapped text settings. These are component text. So what you can do is you can double click on that, and under this brush, you can go to dimensions and you can mess around with the margin. So what I do is obviously for the left, we want this margin to be, you know, let's say 20 or, you know, 100. Might need to just keep going and just kind of play around until, you know, it gets to the spot that you want it in. So maybe we'll do 350. 340, you know, until, and then you'll know that number once you do this again. And now you can see you have this beautiful page with your portfolio of past listings. To configure the download my app one, you would click configure widget, click on download my app, just make sure everything's here for you, save and apply, and click save changes on the top right. But again, first you want to make sure you change the name. So for this, I would do past sold and click save changes, yes, so that we have that on our site. And what you're going to want to do is click, it'll bring you to this agent site page. You'll click add page, and we're going to click on past sold and continue. We're going to name this, you know, my portfolio or whatever you want to name it. And the SEO description, you know, homes sold, homes for sale, real estate, you know, it's certain area, Bergen County, whatever you want to put, you put there, just put words that are commonly used, you know, in real estate, and you'll click save. And we're going to do the same thing for the blog. So we'll click on blog and continue, and we'll do my blog, home advice, DIY, outdoor living, you know, yard work, home improvement, you know, just words, you know, you can look through and see some of the topics that they talk about, and click save. And again, maybe I want to drag this up so it's second, I'll put that there. So those are two sites. Another site that you can do is the mortgage calculator. So that one is going to be very similar the way that we did the blog. So what you're going to do is do my mortgage calculator, and I can put the link to this one in the chat. It's just mortgagecalculator.org. And what you're going to do is on the top, you'll click widgets and do full page calculator. And you'll scroll down, and again, you're just going to copy this, and we'll go back to command, go back to agent site pages, click create new site. On my agent site, click create page. We'll name this mortgage calculator, or if you want to name it affordability calculator. Again, you do have to put a widget. And this one, I would probably put contact form because they might have some questions once they complete that. Then you'll do content blocks. We're going to drag over text again, paste this in there, and it'll put in. Sometimes it'll work if you just click on the other widget. Other times you might have to do that link button. As you can see, it gives them a full calculator for them to do all their home value information. For the contact page, again, you'll want to click configure widget, click on contact form, enter, you know, anything else that you would like, choose the phone number, and click save and apply. Save changes, yes. Then again, we will have to add this page directly to the site. Continue and do affordability calculator, mortgage information, you know, how much can I afford, mortgage amount, affordability, home value, you know, just put a bunch of, again, words that make sense to go with that. Click save. And then if I go to agent site pages again, now you can see all those three pages I created are right here. So if I go to my website, as you can see under my search bar, I have my current listings. Under this button where it says Keller Williams Village Square Realty, then you see I have my portfolio, which is that page with all the listings that I previously had, my blog, which has the whole blog site, and I have the affordability calculator. I created other pages as well, you know, my testimonials, transaction coordination, about me. So there's a lot you can do. The blog and the widget, the mortgage calculator, are definitely the two easiest ones. If you're ever trying to if you're ever trying to figure out what to put on your website, or you have something but you're just not sure exactly what you how to get it on there, I can definitely help with that as well. Question: what if you have no prior listings because you just got started? Something I would do is I would make a page and say why you should work with me. And what we're going to put there are the office stats. So what I'm going to do, and again, every office has their own stats. I'm just going to pull Ridgewood because I have those. You would get the stats from your office website. And you can do year to date, or you can update, year to date is going to be the easiest so that you don't have to update it every month. But if you want to do, each month, you could do for July or June. Most offices are probably coming out with July numbers now. You can put, so we were #1 towns for 2021. We have, our year to date. All of the years. So if you want to do like best of 2020, you would go to December, and you can do, for Ridgewood, we're #1 office in KW, all of 2020. So let's say that I want to do that, but I want to do the whole MLS. I would choose that one. Obviously this is a PDF. So if you ever need a PDF converted, you can go to Open With and do Cloud Convert. And I just have to log in with my Gmail account. And we're going to click Convert To and do Image and do JPEG and click Convert. While that's converting to a JPEG, what I'm also going to pull is for the office's profit share. So I'm going to go back to stats, and I am going to do, maybe I want to do #1 towns. If I want to do that, we have our #2 for profit share in the office. For Ridgewood, you can put that as well. So I'm going to take the 2021 one as well. So we'll do Cloud Convert for that one too, to make that into a JPEG. Click Download. We'll wait for this one to process. Click Download on that one as well. Then we'll go back to Command. Again, we're going to create that new site. And on my agent site, and again, like I said, you're going to name this, why work with me. Maybe you want to add, maybe a little text about that. Again, I would put a contact form on this one. In content blocks, we're going to add an image. Again, we're going to upload that image. Click on it. We'll have to adjust that. So I'm going to double click, click on it once, go to the paintbrush, choose dimensions, do left and do 350. And then under that, we're going to go back to those blocks. We're going to choose images again and put that other one right below that. And we're going to do the #1 towns for July. Again, click on that, click the paintbrush, do the dimensions, click configure widgets just for that contact form. You could say in this one, interested in working with me, send me a message to get started. And maybe you want to right on this page, add a text just saying what the page is about. So we can add that text right above it. I always recommend stacking from the bottom up, just because it can be a lot easier. to maneuver. And then we'll click save changes. Yes, again, we'll add this to our site. So add page, why work with me, you know, why you should work with me. You know, need an agent for the SEO, real estate, maybe put some towns you work in or counties. And click fees. You might want to move that up to the top. And then when we go back to my agent site, we go to my page. Now in that top right, the first thing would be why you should work with me. And I'll have both of those stats there. And again, you can just replace those images, you know, for each month if you want to do. But I would definitely recommend this. If you don't have any past sales, this is a great way to show off, you know, that you work with a great company and the stats for that office that you work within. Any other questions, any pages that you thought you might want on your website that you're just not sure how to get them on there? All right, well, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll let you go for the day. So any last questions? And this will be posted on the Bergen County Partners YouTube channel. So that will be up, you know, later today or early tomorrow. But if anyone wants me to send it to them as well, you can put your email in the chat and I can send it to you once it's done loading. All right, well, have a great day, guys. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.
Thank you. You too.
No problem. Bye.